exactly the kind of thriller that the BPL required. This game had its ebbs and flows, and in the end, Sylhet Titans won it with just 1 wicket to spare. Absolutely magnificent in terms of spectator viewing, and it had all the drama. Nohali made 143 for 7 in their 20 overs. Mahadil at the top with that 61 not out, and in response, Sylhet, of course, you've got to say they've had their share of hiccups. Parvez Hossain with that 60, we spoke about him in the pre-show as well, how talented he is. And then there were a couple of wickets. That last over drama really adding to everything. Sylhet Titans winning it with just 1 wicket to spare. Well, great to be on Straight Drive, and what a game of cricket we've had here. When you talk about franchise cricket, this is exactly what the viewers want, what the spectators want, and what the fans want out there as well. We had a lot of fun watching it, and I'm sure the experts with me also enjoyed it equally. I've got with me Athar Ali Khan and Waqar Younis with a huge smile on his face, and why not? Because at one point, Athar, we thought we're going to be entering maybe a super over. What a great game, firstly.
Well, we got the thriller. We've got a serious game on our hands tonight, and everybody were on the edge of their seats. We didn't know what will happen next, and especially the last over. Remember, you mentioned about Parvez Hossain when he and Madison Miraj were batting. They were cruising along. They were cruising along at 17 for 4. And then all of a sudden, they lost those 5 wickets in the space of, I think, 14 deliveries, 5 for 8. But what about the last over? Incredible. I know it all went wrong, horribly wrong. Nearly got horribly wrong when he bowled that no ball, which flew and hit him on the shoulder, the full toss. And there was a free hit. And then Brooks hit the very next ball for a 6, and the very next ball for a boundary. So they were up in the game already. But then, incredible. Wide down the leg side and a leg by. If that ball was a little bit straighter, would have been a super over.
I mean, this could be any kind of a mystery thriller, you know, if you're talking about this game, because there was so much mystery in that last over, Waqar. The way Ethan Brooks was batting, a couple of dot deliveries, and then he went after the bowlers. After that, followed by a few wides, everything, all of the drama, and then finally the winning moment as well. Just talk us through that last over.
Look, you said that the fans wanted it. I don't think the Sylhet fans wanted this, because they wanted a clear win. They had a hiccup yesterday. They couldn't win the game yesterday, so this was their time. And you know, they went quiet for a bit, for a while. And you know, so many things happened in the last 40 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes. That is hard to explain. I mean, if somebody has missed out at a real thriller, because there was everything in it. The last over was just superb. I mean, that Athar just said it. I mean, that no ball was a very crucial one, and even a ball, that last one, got the inside edge, and then still had the chance for a run out. It didn't hit the stumps. He had all 3 stumps to aim, so I couldn't have asked more. I mean, what else could have happened? So many things happened. That's why they all on their feet. They all excited. They pull out something very special. I mean, hats off to them, the way they played this game. And this was a tight surface. Remember that. That is why I felt that at the end the ball wasn't coming onto the bat. It was not that easy to hit 6s. They didn't really rotate the strike in that last 2-3 overs. There were too many dot balls. And yeah, you know, luckily that 6 really worked, and the no ball didn't really work.
Well, these 13 runs were actually made possible, Athar, because of Ethan Brooks' innings. The way he batted today, we spoke about him as well in the pre-match show, about how he's so talented, and we've heard so much about him. And today, he delivered when it mattered the most.
Yeah, he scored in the end 16 of 13 deliveries, but out of those 16 runs, he scored 10 in that particular over, the last over. And what about his sensational catch? That's the 6 that he hit after that no ball was bowled, and then he smashed one down for sweeping it for another boundary. Big mix-up, he slipped, but really good from Jacker to ensure that he hits the stumps. Because at that stage, perhaps they were feeling that yes, the game were within their grasp. But when he got out, then everybody knew this could go either way. I think we can clearly and easily say this has been the best match we have seen so far of this edition of Bangladesh Premier League.
And we're talking about all the drama that we've seen today. There was also a hat-trick, Waqar. We
Yeah.
got to witness a hat-trick in the BPL. It's only day 2 of the BPL, and we've already seen 100, and we've seen a hat-trick.
And some of the players are in great form. They look very talented. Imon in special, but that hat trick, of course, that was the over when they sort of came back in the game. This was otherwise this would have been a wide down the leg side. Good review taken. Another really good slow delivery, pitched at the right place and was targeting the stumps. And that was a hook. There's nothing short. You know, you got to be thinking over it. Why did you do that? And because this was the shot. Could have, you know, they could have lost the game because of that shot. All they needed was just, you know, rotate the strike, you know, bring the other batter on and let him do the job, which he didn't do.
Well, let's not forget that Sylhet were in this position thanks to that wonderful bowling spell by Khalid Ahmed, because it was a low total. Of course, they had difficulty in chasing, but they were put in the position first because of the brilliance of Khalid Ahmed.
Yeah, he started with a double wicket maiden, and when you see a bowler bowling in that fashion, looking to pick up wickets, and he not only did that in that particular over, but he ended up picking up 4 for 23. These are the first 2 wickets. Bowled well, bowled within the stumps. We all thought that would have missed the stumps, but in the review it said that hitting flash on. And then he comes back and knocks over with that delivery. Jack Raleigh, who was well set, and then this spectacular catch. I mean, this wicket, have to say that it was because of Brooks who took that catch. Yes, excellent piece of bowling. Khalid Ahmed, very, very good.
Waqar, what did you like about his bowling today? Because he was definitely the man of the moment.
Look, he's tall. I honestly liked everything about him because he's got nice and high arm, you know, swings the ball early on, and he also gets a steepy bounce. And especially on this surface where there's a little bit of grass, I think, you know, he will be handful going forward also, because I've seen in this ground and of course in Dhaka also that there's a little bit of bounce. As Athar was talking the other day about that, you know, things are changing here. They're trying to bring more grass on the surface, bit more bounce. They wanted batters to enjoy it, but good bowlers will enjoy that bounce also from those pitches, because day and night matches, you know, if you hit the deck kind of a bowler, we'll see Tuskin also coming back. He will have fun on these pitches. So I really like him, the way his aggression. You know, he's a wicket taker, a genuine wicketer, tall, fast bowler. And as I said, he gets, you know, in good areas, and that's what you need or you look for in a fast bowler.
Waqar, you spoke about aggression. There's no shortage of aggression when it comes to Parvez Hossain, Imon as well. You know, you've really spoken about his talent, and this is the second time that we're seeing him in the BPL that he's been able to showcase that. Just in terms of talk about his intent, because we talk a lot about that in modern day cricket. Talk about his intent and how he's been delivering the goods here.
Well, we've seen it doing that thing that he did twice, not just once. So he has been consistent, and he's a slower starter. Remember, he's not flashy right from the word go. And when he gets set, when he does get set, then he plays some powerful blows. He's a very strong lad, especially square of the wicket on either side. And when it's in the slot, he hardly misses. It goes for a 6. And I think he's also started to show a little bit more maturity, because he's an opener. He's a genuine opener who opens the batting for Bangladesh. And now he's been batting at number 4, which means this team wants him to be a little bit more responsible, in a sense that if you lose early wickets, you need to hold it together, make it, steady the ship, and then blast away aggressive, show that aggression which you've been accustomed to in the later stages, which does help the team's cause.
Yeah, it might help the team. I'm all for it, but I think he's a genuine opener. The way he plays, he's got a fast hands, and he tackles a new ball really well. So, you know, bringing him at number 3 or number 4. Maybe in this game, in this cricket, but if he plays for Bangladesh, I think as an opener, if he gets going, someone gets going of his category kind of a batter, you know, he'll take the game away from the opposition very early in the game. So I think he's a genuine opener, but yeah, I understand his team needs him to play down
Yeah, with
the
this
order.
kind of a form, he should be.
Yeah.
He's more than likely to open the innings for Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, BPL is peaking right at the beginning. You know, normally
I
you
know.
see tournaments come through in the middle and they sort of peak in the middle, but it's great to see that we've had some really good games in the last 2 games, and the action continues, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow is a rest day, it's a break day, and I'm sure you all are going to be missing everything, but we come back for match number 5 and match number 6 on the 29th of December, and we'll be joining you at 12:15 p.m. for all the live coverage. Well, it's always good, Athar, to see a team, make a comeback in the league stage. We saw Sylhet Titans. They were sort of struggling yesterday, but one game can really turn things around in terms of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you look at the kind of performance you've seen from the team, you spoke about Khalid Ahmed, you speak about Parvez Hossain, Imon and Mehdi and Mira. Don't forget the fact that the skipper also played a very crucial role. And obviously, when you start winning close matches, talking about close matches and ending up on a winning note, then the confidence level is sky high, because then you start to believe a little bit more in yourself.
Right. Waqar, any thoughts on the talent that you've seen so far in the BPL, some youngsters that have come forward? Generally, what do you make of it? It's early stages, but we've had double headers in 2 days, so we've actually had a lot of action.
Look, 2 teams we haven't seen yet, so I cannot really say that these are the only teams who are, really good. We have to really wait and see. But what we have seen in 2 days, with 4 games, I think the cricket standard is really, really good. And we've seen close matches, some good performances with the bat, 100 there, hat-trick. And I really enjoyed, some of the fast bowlers. Hossain, I really like the way he bowled with the new ball. They are wicket takers up front. So there is so much to like and love about, BPL here. And hopefully I'll come back again and do some more work here.
Yeah, we definitely want you back here to talk about all the fast bowling talent that is at display. But thank you so much once again, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Waqar. Thank you so much, Athar, for joining us. Remember, we have a break day, but the action continues day after. So hope to see you guys then, and I hope that you enjoyed today's coverage. Until then, it's goodbye from all of us.